Hello, in this lecture we'll talk about the story of the great poem The Knight in the Panther Skin. Actually, in a nutshell, the story is about the adventures of two knights. The first one is Tariel, the hero of the poem, and the second one is Aftandil, the commander of the Arab armies. And the story can be divided into two parts. The first part is the search for Tariel, with the nickname The Knight in the Panther Skin, the hero of the poem, and the second one is Artandil, the commander of the Arab armies. In the first part of the poem, the search for Tariel, King Ostevan, that is the king of Arabia, and Aftandil, the commander of the Arab armies, go to a hunting competition. And when they take a break from the competition, they suddenly saw a knight crying by a river. He is dressed by a panther skin, so they were very curious about the mysterious knight. So Ostevan, the king of Arabia, sends servants in order to know who is this mysterious knight. But the knight reacts violently and kills all the servants that came to encounter to know him, and then disappears. And Tinatin, the daughter of King Ostevan, that is in love with Aftandil, sends Aftandil to search for the mysterious knight, and Aftandil searches the mysterious knight for 2 years and 9 months until he finds him, and the mysterious knight says that his name is Tariel. He was the commander of the India's fleet, and he was in love with the daughter of the king of India, daughter's king, with the king's daughter and a standard John, and the demon king abducted her, and from that moment that she was abducted, he became depressed and got to the wilderness. And in the wilderness he was only with a maiden, that her name is Asmat. She was the servant of the standard John. And when Aftandil hears the story, it tells him that he will help him to find his beloved, the standard John. So actually, that is the first part of the story, and the second part of the story is the search for the standard John, Tariel's beloved. So actually, Aftandil, Tariel, and with the help of Pridon, that is the king of Mulkazanzar, and with army of 300 soldiers, invade to the country of the Kajis. And actually the Kajis themselves, they are very strong fighters, and it is actually impossible to invade their fortress, but they succeeded to invade. They did the unthinkable, and they succeeded to invade to the Kajis fortress and to rescue Restan Darajan from captivity by the Kajis. And the story ends in a happy ending, in the sense that Aftandil marries his beloved Tinatin, King Roslevan's daughter, and Tariel, the hero of the poem that is called The Knight in the Panther Skin, marries his beloved Lestan Darajan. In the next step, I will tell you the story in detail. So actually, as I already mentioned before, the story can be divided into two parts. The first part is Aftandil's quest for Tariel, the titular the Knight in the Panther Skin, and the second part is Aftandil's quest for Lestan Darajan, Tariel's love. So in the first part, search for Tariel, the king of Arabia, Roslevan, has no chance and confers the kingship on his only daughter, the beautiful and wise Tinatin. She has a tender affection for Aftandil, the knight and commander-in-chief of Roslevan armies. One day, Aftandil challenges King Roslevan to a hunting competition. After 3 days of a shooting game, they encounter a knight crying by a river. He is dressed in a panther skin and kills the slave sent by the king to contact him, then disappears. Roslevan sends parties across the world to search for the mysterious knight, but becomes disheartened when he fails. Tinatin asks Aftandil to find the strange knight in 3 years, promising him her hand in marriage in return. After 2 years and 9 months of searching, Aftandil finds the knight in the panther skin, hiding in a cave with only a maiden for company. His name is Tariel, son of King Saridan, who has the 7th kingdom of India. He had served as heir to King Parsedan, that is to say Tariel, served as heir to King Parsedan, king of the other 6 kingdoms of India, for many years before falling in love with Parsedan's daughter, Lestan Darajan. Tariel wages war with the Katavians to earn the favor of Lestan, but is dismayed to learn that she has already been promised to the Khwarezmian prince Khorezm. Tariel couldn't bear the idea of her marriage, and at Lestan's request he killed the suitor. The princess was placed on a boat and set adrift on the seas. Despite Tariel's lengthy search for his love, he couldn't find her. Later, he met Nuruddin Pridon, ruler of Mulgazanzar, who told him that Nestan was alive but trapped on a distant boat. Tariel retired to a cave to live in the wilderness with Asmat, the former servant and messenger of Nestan. Moved by this story, Avtandil promises his friendship and brotherhood to Tariel and agrees to help him find his love, the standard John. Avtandil returns home to Arabia and tells Tinatin the story of Tariel. Against King Ostevan's wishes, he returns to his new friend Tariel. So we finish with the first part. The second part is the search for Tariel. The search for Nestan Darajan, Tariel's beloved. So in the second part, Avtandil then leaves Tariel to go to the kingdom of Pridon, where he doesn't hear anything new about Nestan. Continuing his quest, he arrives in the city of Bulansharo. He meets Patman, the wife of the chief Hussein, who falls in love with him. Avtandil sensing she knows the fate of Nestan, succumbs to Patman's seduction. She tells him she has been keeping Nestan at a place, and as Nestan was promised to the king's son, she helped their escape, but in her flight, Nestan was abducted by Kaji, the demon king. Avtandil then returns home to Pridon and to the cave of Tariel, and later all three friends decide to go to the country of Kaji with an army of 300 men to find and deliver Nestan. When she is released, all return to Arabia, where King Ostevan forgives Avtandil his flight and breaking the king's order. They all celebrate the marriage of the latter, that is to say Avtandil, with the king's only daughter, Tinatin. Then they leave for India, where Tariel marries his love, Nestan. Pridon also returns to his homeland, and the three friends reign happily with prosperity and generosity in their respective realms. Okay, thank you very much.